Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope you're doing okay today. Well, doing great actually. I am doing the finally I am doing my craft room tour for you. This is the door here and we're going in. It's actually a bedroom in the house, but it is now my craft room. It has been since we moved in. So I'll give you kind of a panorama here. This is my craft desk right here in front of the window. This is why I can't have an overhead camera thing, because there's nothing to attach it to. And then we come over here and some storage shelves and some old suitcases and stuff. That's a closet right here. And then this is my work desk, and obviously my computer, and another shelf with stuff on it. So I'm going to start over here and we'll go counterclockwise to what I just showed you. Down here, this is just a basket that I keep my some of my rolled paper. This isn't my rolled Christmas paper or any of that. This is just some wrapping papers that I've picked up, wallpapers, contact papers, and then I have, this is just a big bag of bags, like the cello bags and stuff that I pack stuff in, just all kinds of bags. And this shelf here, it is a metal, like a galvanized metal shelf. That shelf actually came from IKEA, and I actually put it together myself. And this is, since it's right next to my desk where I work and have my prayer time and stuff in the morning, a lot of this is my Bible journaling stuff and my Bible and stuff. But we start at the top. I've got my washi tape and these two here. This is a blood pressure cuff up here. But this is two washi tape containers here. This just has general office supplies like pens and envelopes and stuff. And then these here, that holds the inventory for my shop, my antique shop. And then this stuff here, this right here is all stuff for prayer journaling and stuff, stickers and washi tapes and so on and so forth. There's my faux memo up here. This little green tin with the pink flowers is my gel pens. This box here, it was a box from, like the candy bars, Reese's candy bars and stuff that you use for concessions. And we had that left over at church, and I just covered it with paper, collaged it with paper. That actually is full of die cuts. And then this tin, this like antique-y tin that looks like needlepoint, that has my label maker and stuff like that in it. And then down here, there's my Bible and this is all my journals and stuff that I use. My devotionals and everything is right here next to my desk. And then down here is some bookkeeping stuff, but then there's also some more Bible stuff in there, and then that's just a paper holder. And then down here, that's where the box that you've seen me, where I keep my prayer journal. So then we just have my desk here. Above my desk, I just have some of my artwork clipped to this really basic corkboard. What do y'all do with your artwork? I mean, I don't know. I've got tons of it. I just picked some stuff out and slapped it up there, but what do you really do with it? My desktop, I don't like it. I don't like all the mess on my desk. But this feather right here is actually Holly's toy. I play with her. If you have a cat, they love peacock feathers. I don't like all this and this, so I'm working on that. But there's my diffuser, my essential oil diffuser. And then over here on the floor, this little container here, this has stickers, like a bunch of stickers. Not all my stickers, believe me, I've got stickers everywhere, but that's just some of my stickers. These are projects I'm working on right now. This pile of mess right here is magazines I'm cutting up or going through. There's Holly's bed underneath there. And then back here is just my Kindle, which I don't use it ever. I don't know what to do with it. I've got the Kindle, it's just sitting there. And then underneath is box with headphones, wireless headphones that my husband got me to use at the cabin, because we don't have the separation like we do here if he's working and I'm watching videos or something. So then we come around here to the closet, and let me just get the light here. Okay, ugh. So here it is, guys. This is all I can say. So it's not a big closet. It is kind of a walk-in closet. Okay, so up here, yes, those are really dark chocolate peanut butter cups from Trader Joe's, because every crafter needs those for sure. This, actually, I don't even remember what's in here, but up here, this is just like storage. I have just weird thing, patterns and stuff like that in there. This is what really took me the longest to organize, is this fodder stuff for junk journal. So I have these boxes. This box here, I wanted it so I could just pull out papers when I wanted to make junk journals. So I had to take everything out of its, you know, binders and all of that, and deconstruct some books and everything. So this one is all like neutral papers for junk journals. And then this is more all printed type papers for junk journals, like, you know, like the cooking books and plant books and embroidery books and knitting books and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Then down here I organized it, so this shelf here is again mostly neutral papers, and I even have a piano roll paper there. And then this shelf here is where all the picture type book, you know, books that have pictures in it would be on this shelf here. And then the bottom is all children's books. And then I have some journals right here that I've started but haven't finished. Then next to this shelf and this cabinet in here, I have larger papers that don't fit on here or in these boxes, like really large books that I like to tear up for junk journals. And then, let me see if I can't move this here. I've got my giant roll of, sorry about that, corrugated cardboard that I use in crafting, and just some bigger things stuck back here. This is a big wall map right here that I can tear up one day. So I do have, and I'm sorry if I'm moving fast, I forget about that. I do have some things hung up. This is my seashore themed bag. It's got all sea things in it. This is oh, these are some kits that I made. I put some of my own kits together with stickers and papers and ephemera that went together so I could make projects, and they're sitting right there. I haven't made no projects with them. And then up here, more storage in here. I think I have one of these is filled with embroidery hoops, and this bottom one here, oh, this one might be the patterns right here. And then I've got alphabets from Scrabble. This big jar here is all Scrabble alphabets, old clothes pegs, and my friend made me some really great shred stuff right up here. And then these are my dolls. Now most of these, this doll here, all of these right here are from my childhood. These are all my actual dolls that I played with when I was a child. And then this guy here was actually my dad's teddy bear right here. So I wanted my dolls where I could enjoy them, so there they are. And then down here I have more of these hanging bags with different things in it. This is the one that I used to make snippets. Not snippets, sorry, clusters. And then these two are Valentine ones, and I have these out just because I was doing some Valentine's crafting. And I have this, yes, I have this here because I love the sound of that. I think it is so pretty. Okay, so this shelf here is one of these vintage metal shelves, and I took the doors off, and it looks like a total disaster, but believe me, I know where everything is. On top, I just have some trays to corral crafts when I need them, and little small cutting mats. And I just have my fan here, my USB fan, and then this is another Bible cover book that I have here. This is all junk journal, like gut things. It's the cards, the stationery, the tickets, all the little bits, the things like these are the cards from menu recipe cards and gardening cards, stuff like that you put in junk journals, as opposed to, you know, these are what you construct them, these are what you put in them. And then down here, this entire box here and this entire box here, these two large boxes are all envelopes. And then these are some stationery sets that I did show in one of my hauls, some vintage stationery sets. And again, this is just more stuff that goes in a junk journal. But these bottom two shelves here, let's see if I can get down. I can get down. The problem is, let's see if I can get up when I'm done. These two shelves down here are all Christmas, well, some Christmas crafting, mostly stuff for like junk journals. I've got all my books here, and Christmas stickers here, some cards, just some bits and bobs. And again, this is just stuff for making Christmas clusters. This is all Christmas little things to put in junk journals and stuff. So these bottom two shelves are all Christmas. And then over here, that's my little toolkit right there. And then this is just a big bag I have with some of my exercise equipment in it, because I don't go to the gym anymore. I do exercise here at home. And then let me see if I can't turn this way. This is a shoe, I believe it's a shoe organizer. It's got these like mesh pouches things. And so what I did is I attached it to the wall, and I did use the butterfly, you know, those things that butterfly behind the wall, because I knew it would be heavy. So I have all my flashcards in here. I've got children's cards, greeting cards, tons and tons of plain, like types of playing cards, decorated, you know, like pretty playing cards, tons of those. These are little like note cards here, more note cards, more playing cards, just everything. And then down here are some more vintage note cards and everything. So I can just reach in there, I can see what's in there and just pick that stuff out, and that's really easy to do. So this idea came up by myself, but I love it. I love it. It holds so much stuff. Then down here, this pile, this bag here is just some stuff I need to cut. It's old cards that are being cut up. But underneath here, these are all pans that I use for crafting, particularly like coffee and tea staining things. And these two magazine things here are all Somerset Studio magazines, whether they're this is the Studio or Somerset Life. I need to go through those and get rid of them or cut them up because I've got too many of them. So we're going to come back out this way. Okay, now this little unit here, this is all beading supplies, all my beads and beading supplies and stuff like that. And on top has been sitting here forever. I need help organizing ephemera. Like, this is children's things I've cut from a magazine or from an old children's book. How do you store that stuff? You know, it's like, ugh, that just drives me crazy. Then this tower here just holds all kinds of stuff. Like this blue one right here, that is all, no, that's some of my vintage or my past December dailies are in there. I've got large books and ledgers that don't fit on the bookshelves. Just all kinds of stuff. This one here is mark making tools for you know, using in mixed media. I've got ephemera, I've got just embellishments, all kinds of stuff in here. And then this bookcase here, my CD player, just two baskets that I don't know what else to do with, but one holds my embossing powders and stuff, and this one is just some ephemera from K & Company, and this is some K & Company paper there. But inside this cabinet here, let's see if I can't get it open there. Oh, come on. There we go. So this is also mark making. This is primarily for my jelly plate, my CDs, my two donkeys. Remember this little guy here? I was able to fix his leg. I showed him recently in a haul. And then this is my paints. I've got the one box has small acrylic paints in it. And then this box here has bigger containers of acrylic paint. So I put my paints and these powder pigment things in here. And then that's just my Tim Holtz splatter box thing. And then that is a project that started, didn't get finished. story of my life. So that's that. So then we come over here. I'm sorry, this is going to be a shaky video, guys. So up here I have, this is the bin of all stuff I've bought that I've never ever used, which I'm going to be working on this year. This is my junk journal and all the stuff that's in it. This row of baskets here is all my cut out stuff for my glue books. Then this is stuff I use. These two are for packaging for Etsy, my Etsy shop. And I just have some pens back there, some decorated pens that I use when I go to the show. Then back here, this is just stuff for, these two are pricing for my shop, my antique shop, and just miscellaneous stuff like rubber bands and stuff. This back here, this, let's see if I can show it, this container right here, that is filled with stuff that I want to make a specific journal, like a really girly journal, but it's going to be all about like fabrics and stuff, and I just need the right book to put it in. I'm thinking of like a small or medium-sized padded, one of those old photo albums or something, but that is everything I get that I want to put in there, I just stick in that box, so that's going to be ready to go. Then this is just how I store some of my stuff. I've got cardboard. I actually had to get rid of, oh my gosh, almost a trash can full of cardboard because I can't get rid of cardboard. I don't know, is there a cardboard Armageddon coming? Because I'm just like, oh, but I can use it for something. And it was really out of control. So this is just pieces of cardboard. This here is my stencils, which is another bane to my existence. I hate storing my stencils like this, but I need a better idea. How do you store your stencils? And then this is just collage papers and stuff to collage with, like, you know, purchased as collage paper, not that you can't collage with anything. This is some embellishments that are ready to go, and then these are folders that have larger pictures for my glue books that don't fit in these bins because they do, you know, the bottom tapers in. So these are like whole page things that I want to use in my glue book. And then that's just some cards and stuff and my phone charger and whatever. And then down on this shelf here, I just have some Bible study paperwork and stuff like that. And I keep some of my Bible studies in binders and stuff here. Some of my Bible books right here. This, I'm going to try remember to put her name below. I was watching Donna from Creative by Nature. She's organizing her craft room. Someone in her comments said to turn these things, these magazine holders, on their side so you can get to the papers inside, because I did have them upright like this, you know, the way they go, but it was such a pain because every time I pulled one out to pull some paper out, these books all fell down. And it was driving me crazy. And she said, turn it on the side, and then you can use it, and you can get your papers. And that is like the most brilliant hack ever. So I'm going to try find her name and give her credit. But wow, that changes everything. Now if I want a paper, I just grab it. I don't have to deal with all my books falling down. So, okay, down here, these are just some of my art journals right here. And then down here, mostly these are all magazines. They're more Somerset Studio type magazines or Sampler, those kind of magazines. And I've got this one here is just papers, like my watercolor papers, sticker paper, like specialty papers. And then this is just like writing pads and stuff. And this is some more fodder. Well, it's got some writing pads, but there's like, this is an old Avon catalog and stuff. And then I've got my chalk pastels here and a glitter set there. This little guy here, I call him the boss. Look at him. Isn't he cute? He's really old. His face is actually painted on cloth. I got him at a flea market. And when we were moving and I was trying to get rid of stuff, I took him to a show, and somebody picked him up and was going to buy him, and then they they put him back. But when they brought him up to buy him, my heart stopped because I was like, no, I don't want to sell him after all. So thankfully they put him back, and there he is. He sits there and keeps me company, and he's sitting on this old basket here, and that just has some extra things. It's got some extra burlap, some extra fibers. These are all things that are duplicates, twine, and then my apron for when I get really messy. And then here's my weight set right here. Yes, it's just a little one. I'm going down on the working out. I was working out way too hard, and I was doing more damage than good. Now this cart right here is it is a Raskog cart from IKEA. This is mostly stuff for making junk journals. It's got my this is all bags. This bag is full of bags, and then some bigger pictures here that can go in journals. It's got cards, what are these called? Journaling cards. But then it's got like my wax thread and needles and all these paper clips. If there is, I don't know if you can see, if there is ever a shortage of paper clips, I'll be a millionaire. I don't know why on earth I think I need so many paper clips, but I have got enough paper clips to sink a ship. These are just two little magnets that I made years ago. And then these things, you can get them for Raskog. I don't think these were made for Raskog, but they work really well. So I just have some fiber, really fun fiber in here that I use a lot. And then my one of my heat tools, and then my fuse tools right there. And then I have my other heat gun. I have a, what are these, eye hook? Is that what it, no, it's not an eye hook, but a cup hook. I screwed it into the side of my desk here, and I just hang my heat gun there. All right, so then this is my craft desk. And let's see here. This, if you watch any of my videos, you've seen this. This is just fabrics and stuff. And then this just holds the tools that I use all the time. Here's my tiny attacher down here, my favorite scissors, some paint brushes, glue runner, eraser, double-sided tape, some of these. You know, just the stuff you always use. My darker inks I always use. And then up here is some of my palettes, which are all can covers, because when they get really gross, I throw them away. I've got my color wheels here, and just some glues, some specialty glues, my gel medium, stuff that I use like regularly right here. Here's some journals that are in the process right here. Another project in the process, a different project. What a mess. But anyway, so here's obviously all my paint brushes and my bigger tools like my corner rounder, this thing. What is this? This thing, what is this thing called? You know, that thing that punches holes and then puts the grommets in. And, you know, big paintbrushes, little paintbrushes, those spongy brushes, rulers, all kinds of scissors. This I just bought last Friday at my favorite auction, and I just keep in there my glues, my little Sizzix Sidekick, and some water jars and stuff like that. Just because they are really cluttery looking, even though I use them all the time. So I wanted them on my desk, but I didn't want them to clutter up just make it look so cluttery. So I'm so glad I got that. It fit on here perfectly, and I just love it. And this is actually a can like this. I had all my stuff was in these cans, old cans that I had decoupaged the paper and the roses on. Everything was in those, but gradually I started finding other containers that I really liked better. So, you know, I did away with the cans, but this is actually one of these cans too. But look at this cute can cover. I got this in West Virginia this summer at a festival. There's a lady who made these, and I was like, yeah, I need the little possum. Look at his cute little tail. Isn't that adorable? So that's that. And then let's see, we'll go under my desk. Because, yeah, every inch is used, guys. So there's my big, that's my big paper cutter and my scoreboard. This one here on the top is painty papers. The one in the middle is like calendars and old wrapping paper, the vintage wrapping paper. And then the one on the bottom is like substrates, things that I can paint on. And then this bin back, this is my scrap bin, but down here of all different scrap papers. This is just like wax paper and painty papers that I use either in between pages when I'm gluing or underneath when I'm painting. And then this I really need help with. Well, up here, these are my 2 jelly plates here with some more painty paper, like wiping stuff. This nightmare here is filled, absolutely filled. I mean, to the point where I can't even get the drawers closed properly with vintage ephemera. Just look at it. It's just a nightmare. I have no idea how to organize that stuff. And I don't use it because I don't know how to organize it. And I really don't want it in like binders or something that I have to go through, but I don't know. I'm going to have to really think. If y'all have any ideas how to organize your vintage ephemera, let me know, because I really need to know. And then over here I have, this is just inks. This is small little ink pads, and let's see if I can do this here. Sorry about this, I have to do that. If I can get this open. Yeah, okay. So it came with all these colored little bins. So in each one of these bins is like, this is greens and blue inks. These are brown inks here, pink and red, etc., etc. So these are all little like ink drop things and stuff like that. So they're handy right near my desk here for either journaling or mixed media. And then over here, this is not all of my fiber, but just some of it that I keep close to my desk. And it's kind of organized, but kind of not. So those two just, this is a terrible way to do a video. I'm so sorry about the shaky camera, but I'm doing it one-handed, so let's get up here. All right, so back here I just have a roll of desk paper, you know, to protect my desk, and then some painting paper around it, and then some 2 big sheets of foam that I use for making my own stamps. And then here's another Raskog cart. This one is all mixed media stuff. So I've got my inks and ink dauber cover things, all my inks here, pens, markers, oil pastels, Pitt pens, stuff to work on, the journals that I'm doing, like mixed media in, small journals, and I have a whole stack of these cards, you know, for scraping paint and so on and so forth. And then these are my pens and pencils that I use here on hanging on these cups on the side. And then down here is just my paper cutters, my watercolors. My watercolors are here and over here. I just have some of these little tapes here because I know nowhere else to put them, but most of this is like watercolor stuff and leafing stuff, gold leaf and colored leaf and watercolor stuff. And then down here is just my twines and stuff like that. These are my flowers, you know, the paper flowers, and then I also have some of those little rosette type things. I've got sequins down here and little tiny embellishments. This is just a whole tin of odds and ends, and then there's some more little flowers down underneath there. So mostly it's mixed media, but it does have a couple of these little other embellishments also. And then you come over here. This bookshelf here has got, oops, sorry about that, a lot of stuff. This right here is my lace. Well, a fraction of my lace is in this old white little bag here. I've got buttons. This box has all my sprays and inks and things. But each one of these, I've got like glitter glue and a liquid adhesives. These are other adhesives. Wire, hardware, trims, and cording. I mean, each one of these is filled, and I know where everything is in there. And then down here, I have like my stamps, my clear stamps are in here with the blocks there. These are my brads right here. These are all eyelets here. And then down here, it looks like a mess, but it's really not. These are my 6x6 papers down here. And then, I've got like colored ribbon, some more cards, and then all of these here are my German die cuts in these binders here. And then here is a picture of a sheep. We got that also in West Virginia. That is for the cabin. But here's my papers. These are mostly Christmas papers on this side, and then this is just general paper here. And they are sorted by style and so on and so forth. So I know, you know, if I'm looking for mixed media type papers, one of these boxes is labeled like mixed media. So that's all my papers. Then up here, again, this is another thing. I don't know what to do with stuff I've made, you know, that I've never used, like tags and envelopes and so on and so forth is all here. So I got to think of something for that. And then here is my bling, my little blingy things, gems, rhinestones, that kind of stuff. Then I just want to show you up here, these pictures here, this picture here, and this picture here are pictures of my grandmother. She was an actress, and I just think they're gorgeous pictures of her. And then this picture here, this is a coronation picture of my, what would she be? My great-great aunt was a lady, and this was her coronation picture here, going way, way back. Then this is obviously a sewing desk, and a good friend of mine found it at a thrift shop for me and asked me if I wanted it, and I said yes. And without me knowing it, she restored the whole thing. She painted it. She did everything really nice, and then she even got my husband paid for it, but she bought this beautiful piece of wood for the top to replace the ugly top that was on it. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So there's my sewing machine. There's my Big Shot, and then underneath are my big, what are they called? The big dies, the thick ones that cut through everything. These are my thinner dies in there. This is a whole bunch of paper for some December dailies that I'm making. Yes, already for next year. And then this thing, oh, there's Holly. Say hi, Holly. No, okay. You hear her in a lot of my videos. Let me just close this door and I'll just show you this last thing here. This is a long video. I apologize, guys. This little thing here is one of these 3-drawer things. So all I did to make it pretty was I put some doilies on and then just attached it with some vintage jewelry, like big jewelry things. This one up here holds my punches, paper punches. And then this one here holds some more stickers, because I have stickers. Almost every container in this room has stickers in it. And then this is all my alphabet stamps or alpha stickers or things that I can put, you know, wording or letters on things. So that's all my alpha stuff like that. And then this little thing that's just hanging on the side, that just has some paper scraps, like white and cream paper scraps, because I use those to make labels for my antique shop. So I'll give you another quick, let me open the door here so I can step out and not step on Holly. Holly, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is what my craft room looks like. And yeah, it's messy. I mean, it's not as clean as I want it to be. I didn't go through a lot of some of the containers I did, but a lot of the containers I did not go through. So, but I know where everything is, and you know, that's really what's important. And it's not as messy as it was. So guys, that's my craft room. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you got some inspiration. One thing I don't use a lot of, obviously, most of my furniture and everything is hand-me-downs. They don't match, whatever. But I love my antique containers and vintage containers that I have stuff in, and it adds charm, and it's certainly less expensive than, you know, going to Michael's or somewhere and just buying white everything. So I hope you got some inspiration from this. And guys, until the next video, I hope you're all truly blessed. Bye-bye.